This is the Able Carry Daily Plus backpack, and it reminded me why I love reviewing bags. So today, I'll talk about what I liked, what I'd change, and why I completely flipped my opinion of this bag after spending some time with it. For you NBA fans, this is the Nikola Jokic of backpacks. On paper, nothing jumps out. The look is kind of plain, and the advertised feature was this A-frame, which was sort of confusing. It's popular, but honestly, I thought it was overrated. But after getting the bag in hand and using it, I loved it, and I realized it's how Able Carry showcases it on their site is what causes confusion. Here's some stats. At 21 liters, it's the perfect size for an everyday carry pack, and that's what I used it for. Not to say I used it every day, but more that it's versatile enough to use in conditions you would see every day. So occasionally going to the office, the gym, or the beach, something like that. I'll start with the looks, which has this apparently unique feature called the A-frame. The website shows this as a triangular strap section at the bottom, and apparently it keeps the bag from sagging. And it's true, the pack held its shape, which I really liked. It just wasn't because of the A-frame. This Daily Plus actually has a very cool tapered triangle cone shape, and it's hard to see sometimes even in the product photos. The bag is wide on the bottom and slims moving up towards the top, while mixing in rounded parts here with some angles at the top. And this shape helped the bag keep its structure, and because not a lot of weight is at the top, the bag stands on its own. It also has a very unique silhouette, which helps offset the sort of plain outside. It's a design choice that's proven to work. I mean, Bellroy is another brand that plays with unique silhouettes while keeping the outside minimal. By just looking at the website, I assumed the A-frame was this amazing feature. It looks like one continuous strap from the shoulder to the bottom so that it would tighten and hold the bottom when you're wearing the pack. Pretty cool. But in reality, it's really just for looks because there's stitching right here, so none of this bottom section moves or supports the bag in an active way. But it's actually the shape of the bag and materials that stop the bag from sagging. I just couldn't tell that until I had it in person. So wrong assumption, but right outcome, so overall it's a plus. Keeping on the look, I'll talk materials. The bag uses X-Pac VX21, which you can always identify with the X crosshatch pattern. And on this bag, the X patterning gives some style to, again, the very minimal outside. X-Pac is lightweight and resistant to tears, abrasion, and water, so it's an excellent material for outdoor bags. And an interesting detail is that the Daily Plus comes in 3 colors. The black and blue use VX21, but only the green uses X42, which is apparently stronger according to X-Pac's website. Again, X-Pac is great on outdoor bags, but on casual bags, I can take it or leave it. The material is so crinkly and loud, and of course that's just a pet peeve of mine. And X-Pac also tends to cost more than, let's say, a ballistic nylon because it's, a more technical fabric. And maybe that's a little overkill for a casual bag. So this choice of material to me gave the Daily Plus an identity crisis. So there's tons of latch points and X-Pac material, so is the bag made for outdoors? But it's kind of heavy at its size and looks more like a city pack. So which is it? After using it, I think it fits better in the city, but can do a little outdoors. Just don't try hiking with this thing. I mentioned the bag is also heavy for its size, which I was totally okay with after learning why it's heavy. The straps are some of the best at its size. Very thick and padded, like something you'd see on larger packs, so some of the extra weight from the bag is because of the straps. And I like that Able Carry took it in this direction. A lot of companies tend to design smaller packs with slimmer, less padded straps because the packs don't get heavy, which is fine, it works, but actually having these plushy, thick straps made me realize that I enjoyed them regardless of the bag size. The straps also have material that covers the chest strap anchors, and again, it gives the strap a clean look. But Able Carry missed a huge opportunity by not allowing the straps to be tucked into here cleanly. I mean, they kind of tuck away, but it looks weird. The chest strap itself is magnetic, which is a cool touch because I could secure it with one hand, but it did come undone once or twice by accident, which would never happen with the buckle. So I could see people being split on this chest strap. The back panel is great and had this really weird feature. pretty well padded with channels for airflow, but more importantly, the back panel flexes, which made it more comfortable to carry. But when I first got the bag in hand, the back panel was actually too stiff for me until I realized that you can remove half of the back padding. It's not advertised anywhere and I almost missed it, but there's a zipper up at the top here where you can pull out this frame sheet. Oh, and there's another little pocket in here where you can put an air tag. And this goes back to the identity crisis. It's pretty common for outdoor hiking packs to have a removable frame sheet, but they actually advertise it. Nowhere on AbleCarry's website is this mentioned. And you may be thinking, maybe it's not meant to be removed. That's fair, I've definitely broken bags by accident, but this bag has plenty of structure without this frame sheet because it already has this exact padding already in here. So with the frame sheet, it's double stacked and kind of overkill. So I much preferred it without this frame sheet to make the bag more flexible and a little lighter. The other back panel padding is not removable. And finally, there are latch points on all 4 corners. This bag has more latch points than any other bag I've used, but I'd rather have a luggage pass through here, so kind of a miss. On top, there's a nice padded handle, more latch points here, and on the sides, there's more latch points with the Hypalon logo. And on the bottom of the A-frame is, you guessed it, more latch points. I mean, if you have a keychain collection you're dying to display, this bag's the one. Now I'll open up the bag and talk about organization. Starting on the top, there's a quick access pocket under the flap that protects from water and it keeps it hidden. And this pocket doesn't have too much volume and it's really flat because it's positioned up against the back panel. So it really didn't fit AirPods or anything bulky. I just kept my passport in here because the flap makes it slightly harder to access. On the front is by far my favorite pocket and something I haven't seen before. The pockets are tilted a little sideways because they're designed to be used vertical or when the bag is slung over your right shoulder. If you're left-handed, sorry. And in practice, this came in handy so often for me, and it's a feature I never knew I needed. I took this bag on an international trip recently where I had to access stuff on the go a lot, and it was just so convenient to use. There's also a removable key leash. The sideways pocket is such a great and practical design, and I feel like a broken record, but nowhere on AbleCarry's website is there a picture of someone using the pockets like this. They should really highlight this kind of stuff. And I liked that it had a flap that could hide the zipper to keep the outside looking clean. The next zipper is a bottle pocket, and it fits a 32-ounce hydro flask. And I like the positioning of this pocket being closer to the center of the bag instead of completely on the side like normal. It made it more comfortable to carry. A bottle full of water is basically the heaviest thing in my bag, and when it's on one side, I can feel the bag pulling to one side if I carry it for long enough, so the Daily Plus helped alleviate that with the positioning. And I personally always carry a bottle, but I like zip pockets like these because for people who don't carry a bottle, it can still be used for other things. And the main section opens with water-resistant zippers and access to 21 liters of volume. There's a zip pocket on top, though I wish it was mesh, and a sleeve that fits a 16-inch laptop. It's well padded, and I can show you exactly what kind of padding is on this panel, and in the front, it's this. Very dense and feels protective. And the sleeve also has a false bottom to protect from drops, in addition to the bottom being padded. With all the padded structure, this bag was never going to sag down with or without the A-frame strap. In front, there are 2 small sleeves where I kept an iPad and a mouse and 4 pen holders. And this stretchy material is really high quality. I've used enough bags to notice this kind of stuff, but it feels exactly like Peak Design's material, which is a good thing. The bag doesn't have much organization compared to others, but a lot of people nowadays use a tech pouch anyways, so it works fine for me. At this smaller size, I prefer not having extra material compartments that just takes up more space. Okay, so final thoughts and who is this for? I enjoyed the Daily Plus backpack way more than I thought I would. It went from overrated to perfectly rated. It has really thick straps, a unique silhouette, a genius side pocket, and really nice materials. It has elements of an outdoor pack, but worked best for me as an everyday bag, to work, to the office, or to the gym. I'd put it in that kind of premium everyday category that Bellroy's bags are in. The only thing holding this bag back and the reason I was confused in the beginning is Able Carry's website. Literally half the strength of these bags aren't advertised or shown on the website at all, so there's no way people would know without using it. And it's a shame because it's a really solid pack. Anyways, comment below if you want a response, and subscribe for more videos every other Sunday. Thanks!